Hello and welcome back to what is my first Slimming World video in a long time. So you may be wondering where the Slimming World content has been, and I can tell you that it's been out the window. I have not been on plan, I've not been eating anything good, I've been on holiday, I've been eating rubbish, and I just haven't been able to get my head back in the game. Which is a confusing concept to me really, because it's not that difficult, is it? Once you know what you're eating and you know the plan, it is not that difficult. It is a simple plan. This is why I follow it. But I think most of my problem has been down to timekeeping. That is where I fall on Slimming World every time. It's not planning, it's not having any food in, because when we do have the food in, if you've planned, got your shopping in, it's pretty simple. As long as you've got the food there, there's so much you can have. And that's my thing. I skip breakfast. I don't prepare lunch to take to work, so I end up with sandwiches. And then I get home and there's nothing for tea, so it's whatever's in the freezer. However, I went yesterday for my first weigh-in back. It wasn't actually as much as I was expecting. I had put on 8 pounds, I think it was 8 pounds, still in the 12 stone bracket, which is quite good for me. Previously, when I've joined Slimming World, I've quite often been in the 13, higher end of the 13, going up to 14 stone. And I thought I would definitely be above 13 because I have been so badly off plan, but actually I've been doing okay. So 8 pound gain. I sat and I stayed in group because I find staying in group so beneficial. It really does help me, even if it is just that time to sit and think solely about what you're doing, what you're planning. I'm going to speak about group later and what we spoke about in group. I just wanted to come on quickly. I've just dropped the boys off at school, nipped to Asda with no makeup at the moment. I haven't had any breakfast yet. So I just wanted to go through a few of the things I bought at Asda because I just went for a little bit of preparation for the next couple of days. I just picked up some mushrooms. I'm going to do myself a mushroom omelette this morning. And while I was sat in group thinking, I can't think of any of my meals that I usually like to do on Slimming World. And I know loads. I'm going to do TikTok pasta. So if you didn't see the TikTok trend, probably about a year ago now, TikTok pasta is such an easy evening meal. So I'm going to do this for Mark and I this evening. It is basically, you put your spinach in, your salmon in, some feta and pasta and put it all in the oven and it is just delicious. So I'm doing that this evening. I picked up some apples because I'm also going to make a rice pudding today. So I'm making the most. I'm not at work today. I've got a day off. So I'm going to prep some food. So I have got like lunches. I've got breakfast. For the rice pudding I'm actually making that for breakfast this week. And as we are in autumn, I love a bit of cinnamon and honey on that in the morning with apple for a nice sort of autumnal winter warming breakfast. So that is what I'm doing with that. I picked up some passion fruit because I remembered how much I love just a Muller Light yogurt topped with a passion fruit for a really nice sweet treat in the day. The Muller yogurts, they're usually between half and 1 tin. Obviously, your passion fruit is free. Might be speed food, actually, I'm not sure. I have to check that. Picked up some nice easy peelers. Again, a nice fruit that I enjoy eating. I thought they'd be satsumas. I love it this time of year when you go into the satsumas. They're like Christmas ones, aren't they? They remind me of Christmas, but they didn't look great, the satsumas they had. So I picked up these ones that look really nice and tasty. Again, just a handy snack to have on the side that I really enjoy eating. Now, I was really disappointed that Asda don't seem to be stocking the stag chili. If you haven't tried stag chili, look out for it when you're next shopping. I don't know if Asda are just out of stock or if they're not doing it anymore. But I really enjoy that. It's the stag vegetable chili and it's about 1.5 cents per tin, but it's really handy. I often just heat that up, put it in my flask and take it for work. But hopefully it hasn't been discontinued or something. I haven't had it for a while. I hope I will be able to find some somewhere. Didn't have any of that, but I did pick up some mushy peas. This is another thing that is just handy to have in the cupboard, sin-free. I love heating these up, putting them in my show flask and taking them to work with me. I'd also put a little bit of vinegar or mint sauce, which you would need to sin, but it's very low. I picked up some more of this oyster sauce. This was a recent discovery because I saw it in the Slimming World magazine. Now, I'm going to have to double check this, but I'm almost 100% sure it was sin-free. And I've been using this recently in our stir fries and it's really, really nice. So that is the Blue Dragon oyster sauce. I'll double check before I put it up, but I think it's sin-free. I've picked up some Farge fat-free Greek yogurt. This is my favourite out of the Greek yogurts. I know you can get cheaper ones, and I know Asda ones are cheaper, but they don't come with a lid, which really annoys me. I just like this one. It's nice to eat on its own or to put in things. I have planned to make a soup that I was meant to make a couple of weeks ago, and I believe I need it for that. But I use it for loads of things. If I have chili, I use this instead of sour cream, and it is really scrummy yummy. So always have some of that in my fridge. Actually, the rest of what I've got in there is just shampoo and conditioner, chocolate spread for the kids, ketchup. That's nothing to do with Slimm and Well, so I won't take you through that. But I'm now going to make my breakfast. I will be back later on to catch up, speak about what we spoke about in group and what I've taken for that. Speak a little bit about the Slimm and Well plan. It's just a reset day. So any of you who haven't been on plan and are looking to get back on plan, please do join me. Press that subscribe button to be notified when I upload future videos. And if you could give the video a little like, I always appreciate that. It just helps my channel, and it's lovely to know that you're enjoying the content that you're seeing. So this video is gonna go up. I'm gonna just do all this today, chat about Slimm and Well, show you what I'm eating today, and hopefully be getting you some more Slimm and Well content on, because I know there hasn't been any, and I know a lot of you are here for the Slimm and Well content. So my plan, my goal is to lose 1 stone before Christmas. I don't know how achievable that is. I mean, when I went to weigh in yesterday, there are 7 weigh-ins left, and that is £2 per week to lose a stone for Christmas. So if you want to join me in the challenge, let's go for it. Yeah, I'm feeling quite motivated. Last week I was like, I still don't think my head's in the right place to get on it because I just can't be bothered. And that is what it was. I just couldn't be bothered. I didn't want to think about planning my meals. But even if I'm not planning Slimm and Well meals, I've still got to plan the shopping. You know, it's me who sorts all the food out in this house. So might as well plan it and be to my advantage to be in shape and be feeling great, ready for Christmas. I don't know why we have to feel great for Christmas. It's not like I'm doing anything except having a day at home with the kids and Mark. But, you know, it's just my goal anyway. I would like to lose a stone. So I'm going to get on with cooking my breakfast, putting this shopping away. I've got a busy day. I'm also filming a beauty vlog today on a really cool product that I have been sent to try out. Never tried anything like that before, so it's quite exciting. I've got a couple of hauls that we'll be uploading this week. 2 new hauls. They've taken me a little while to edit. Just because it has been busy, so I will be getting those up as well. So if you like the hauls and the beauty content too, do take a look at those vlogs also. And anyway, let's stop rabbiting and get on, and I'll catch up with you later. For breakfast this morning, I am making a mushroom omelette. I am doing 2 eggs. I added a tiny splash of water and some salt and black pepper. I've fried my mushrooms off a little bit, and then I'm adding the egg. I've just popped some beans in the microwave because I'm going to have beans with it, and I'm going to top that off with some spinach. So this is a totally sin-free breakfast. It's quite a significant breakfast, so it should help keep you full all morning. Next up, I'm going to batch cook some of my favourite rice pudding. This is just a classic winter warmer. It is such a comfort food. It's great to have as a breakfast, lunch, or as a dessert, and it is super simple to make. So I usually use 160 to 170 grams of pudding rice to 1 litre carton of milk. I'm using coconut milk, which is 400 millilitres to a hex A, or 1.5 sins per 10 millilitres. There's only 2.5 hex A portions in this full batch, or 15 sins. Takes 10 minutes in the pressure cooker, or around 1.5 hours to 2 hours in the slow cooker. Separated mine into 4 portions, 3 which I'm going to put away in the fridge for lunch and breakfast, and 1 for now, which I'm now going to top with Freedom caramel sauce, which is 1/2 sin for a teaspoon. I've also got chopped apple and cinnamon on it. It is totally delicious. There are so many topping options. There's not a lot of fruits that don't go on top of rice pudding. It's delicious. For dinner, I'm making my own version of kind of the TikTok pasta trend that was about last year. So I've put spinach, tomatoes, a block of feta, and my salmon fillets with the skin removed into this oven dish. A couple of cloves of garlic, and I've sprinkled some basil on top before popping that in the oven. I have just put some pasta on to boil. When that comes out of the oven, you're just going to mash all of that in together and then add your pasta to serve. It's absolutely delicious. I did this by 3, which makes it 66 grams of the cheese, so just a teeny tiny bit over a hex A for a quick, easy dinner. Hey, thanks so much for joining me on my first day back on Slimm and Well. I hope you've enjoyed the food. I've had really nice food today. It's the best I've eaten in ages, funnily enough. Very much enjoyed the pasta that I made. I made it with feta tonight, but I think when I've made it before, I've done it with Philadelphia Light, and I think that gave a bit more moisture to it. I could have definitely done with more spinach and more tomatoes in. I like quite a saucy pasta, but that was totally yummy. My omelette this morning was delicious. I am going to remember to get my microwave omelette maker and bits out of the cupboard. They're in the depths there somewhere, because things like that do help make preparing breakfast. So I was off today, but if I was working, I probably wouldn't want to spend that much time making an omelette. Whereas with my microwavable omelette maker, I can just shove it in the microwave and it's done in minimal time. So that just makes life easier. So I'm going to find them out later. But I'm really happy with my first day back on Slimming World. So fingers crossed, we managed to stay on plan. I'm at work tomorrow, so I will be taking some of that pasta to work with me. The other thing I wanted to just touch base on was my Slimming Well group last night. So what we were speaking about in group and what I found from group, where we speaking, it's just got on my mind's just gone blank. We were speaking about focusing on your free and speed foods, which is what I've kind of done today. Saying that obviously if you prioritize trying to make the bulk of your meal up out of your speed and your free foods, that's what makes the plan a lot simpler, because then the only things you have got to keep track of are your sins and your hex A's and B's. They're the only things you need to weigh and measure. So if you prioritize using your free foods, you can just have as much as you want of those things rather than weighing and measuring all the time, which it does make life a lot simpler. And there's so much fresh food that you can put together to make huge meals. I'm quite looking forward to cooking some lovely meals this week, and I'm off work Saturday, so I have said to Mark I think I'm going to do us a steak night, so I will film that. I might even do a starter and go all out, but yeah, I'm going to do a nice weekend steak night. And yeah, quite excited to get started. By the way, guys, I am trying to post regularly on TikTok now. So that's quite a cool place to go and save the recipes, because I'll just put little individual food recipe videos on there. Like I have just posted the one for my rice pudding, which I've made in this video. If you have not tried the rice pudding, that for me is a savior. It is a staple piece that I always make when I'm following Slimming World. I find it really handy to have in the fridge. I very much enjoy having it for breakfast because it is a nice warming breakfast, especially when it is topped with some fresh fruit and getting your speed foods in. And it saves using Hex B like you would do with porridge or something. So I could still have my 2 high-fi bars. I could still have my 2 high-fi bars or a sandwich later in the day, which is great. It's also great if you want a dessert or something nice and comforting to sit and eat in front of the TV in the evening. If you do reach out for something sweet in the evening, to have that in the fridge that you can just heat up, maybe top with some chocolate sauce and banana, or apple and cinnamon, raspberry and raspberry sauce. There's so much you can do with that. I highly recommend giving it a go. You can make it with almond milk, coconut milk, skimmed milk. Just obviously scan your carton that you're using and then work that out with your portion sizes. So I'm going to leave you be for today. So my aim at the moment is to try and get a couple of vlogs on a week, Slimming Well vlogs, while we're very inspired and getting some new interesting foods and revisiting some of my favourites. So if you want to join me on this Slimming Well journey, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, turn your notifications on, and give the video a little likes up. It is always appreciated. Tell me what your goal is. What are you hoping to achieve? And I will speak to you in the next one. Catch you soon.